Hello, wonderful people. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel. This is an extra episode for the morning. It's a morning thoughts regarding fragrance related topics. I sort of like was very tired. I thought usually my morning routine is I go to walk around 5 a.m., but I could not wake up after doing the review, talking to a friend for over 1 hour. My energy was already out, so I sort of like slept extra. So in total, night and morning combined, slept about 8 hours achievement. So anyway, so time is around 8:45 a.m. here, and it's already sunny and hot, very hot. Bangladesh, it's just sickeningly. People are falling sick, losing lives and stuff like that. Everybody's suffering. So this heat wave is the worst in our history of 50 something years, and I pray that this one goes away. We have some rain. Many parts of the world is facing this situation. So extreme weathers are never good. Extreme flood, extreme rain, extreme heat, or chill. Everything is bad for us, right? So let's see what happens. So my first thing is end of the morning. I had some breakfast, sort of need some more coffee. I'm wearing this one, Polo Sport by Ralph Lauren. Okay, this is a classic, such a classic fragrance like David of Cool Water. This one, they are good old times. This is a new formulation, by the way. But when I wear these, like yeah, when I wear these are like nostalgic smells. If you never tried, try Polo Sport by Ralph Lauren. It's very, very refreshing, kind of like a green blue fragrance. So the topic that I have on mind is very specific topic, and this is not to say I'm gonna bash all perfume brands for doing this or something, or I'm gonna stop you from buying fragrance or ask you like don't go for these houses. Just let you know my 2 cents. This is what I think of sometimes. Like topics suddenly comes to my mind. So currently, the fragrance prices in the world are ridiculously high. And when I say ridiculously high, there is like not exaggeration. Literally, perfumes are expensive. And what I mean by expensive, it is beyond what it used to be. And it multiplied sometimes like two, three times. I'll give you some examples with certain fragrances. Every fragrance has their strength or weakness. Every house, designer, niche, indie, Middle Eastern, they all have their pros and cons. So I will try to discuss those, and you are the one who is supposed to draw the conclusion on what you want to do. Okay, so let's start at some point. My journey started officially I would say 2015 or 14, like that. I started collecting few fragrances, watching some reviews. Then I started my channel in 2016, and since then I've seen fragrance prices like vary up and down. On most part is always up. Never fragrances nowadays are never getting cheaper. Back in the days there was a trend. Okay, the trend was basically when a fragrance came out, the retail would be very high. Any fragrance that comes out, may it be a Chanel, may it be a Dior, may it be a Creed, or any house, Burberry, Bulgari. So when you go to buy a fragrance, let's say Jean Paul Gaultier's new perfume came out, Ultra Male, back in the days. Obviously, it is going to be full retail. How much is full retail? That was around 400 ringgit in Malaysian price. So $80, $85. So Chanel's would be like around that price, under $100. So this I'm talking about 2015, 16. So that time it's already expensive, like 450 ringgit. Everything is like is a top tier pricing. So we really had to save our like I had to save my money to buy each fragrance. Like let's say if they have some Hari Raya sale, that is a Eid sale or Christmas sale, year-end sale, then you get some discount, and then also sometimes clearance sale, it gets like 20-30% off. So there were some happy times, and you could get some perks and coupons. Man, early morning, I don't know what I'm saying. So coupons means like you get like you purchase something, they give you 20 ringgit off on next buy or something. So if you get some few coupons will help you buy fragrances. Let's say 400 ringgit would become 300 ringgit, five with five vouchers, and you stack that up, but you actually save, and you also sacrifice because you had to buy other fragrances to get those coupons. So what happened in time was, after its initial release, 4 or 5 months after that, in other countries also, like they would have some websites. They would sell these fragrances on discounted sites, and discount site means they're gonna be affordable. In general, prices will be normal. Like once you bought a brand new Jean Paul Gaultier for say $85, it will come down to 65 or like 60. So more or less, you could get more discounted price. So trend was, with time, fragrance got cheaper. Still, yes, it is, but not as cheap. What do I mean? From the overall observation, I'm pretty sure you also observe, nowadays the first thing that you notice, the first retail, is not the same like retail before. Once I talked about, let's say, $85, this it's on most part 150 or more dollars. Okay. Examples, if you want examples, I have four examples, classic examples. First fragrance is this house. They are supreme expensive. Any perfume buy from them nowadays is YSL, a luxury brand. They were never cheap. I noticed La Nuit de l'Homme was always like around near $100 before. Nowadays it's $150. So if you say let's buy YSL Y, okay, or YSL myself new ones, even if you get a tester, they're gonna be $120. And these are high prices. What caused them? Obviously, inflation, wars, like situations and turmoils, and then natural disaster. These are most reasons when dollar price go up and down, currency go up and down, and then there's restriction. There was also COVID's time. So COVID time was a significant time era. I remember sitting at home. If you remember, it is feels like a distant memory, but that was some horrid times. And I was literally at first like all terrified, and I didn't know what to do. Then I started this work. Like I would do like quick, give me three fragrances, try to cheer people up on my channel. I started doing that, but as time progressed, I started noticing one thing, that fragrance prices were going high because COVID time, flights were less, perfume were not coming to our country, this part of the world, and whatever the limited stock, they were stacking up the price because they had to survive. And since then, most times I said Middle Eastern fragrance are gonna take on or take over the whole market because of few reasons. And that was just my reasoning, and now you see it's happening. Middle Eastern fragrances, what are they? Some clones, some dupes. People know the Middle Eastern perfumes on the $20, $30 price bracket. On most part, are inspired by designer, expensive niche. Okay, and when people back in the days, some people would not buy clones. They would not buy Middle Eastern, no matter what. Some people still don't buy, but nowadays many people are opting to buy the clones. Do you know why? Because the clones are never better than original, but the originals are too expensive. Too expensive. Some other examples would be Bulgari's Man in Black Perfume. Not this particular one. Any new one comes out, it will be expensive. The one of the classic examples are Acqua di Gio. This is the perfume, the new Profondo Light, whatever the new ones perfume coming out. And then this line. These lines were a bit expensive before, but it's now $40-$50 more. Stronger with you. This is the tobacco. I love this perfume a lot. And why do I buy it? I'll come to that. Okay, I'll explain that. But these particular ones that I showed you just now, imagine there was a time everything was under $100. That was expensive. Now everything you think Acqua di Gio, sometimes you are having to pay, like Dior Rouge Sauvage or any Dior. Sometimes they will ask for $200, $190. And if you have your memory right, from 2019, 18, and now, you'll see the prices are not anywhere remotely nearby. And since then, do you really feel your income has increased? Your business has expanded so much, four times, double times, No, on most part, people's income dropped. Many people lost job during COVID, and many companies had to shut down. And nowadays, even business economy, like everything is so down. I don't know about your country. My country is bad. I heard there's unemployment in many other countries, developed countries. So people are having to move away from countries once they were in, like Canada, States. So people are facing unemployment. Not everywhere is like happy times no more. So this is a luxurious game. Perfume game is a luxurious game, but it is becoming not just luxury. It's ultra luxury, like only for rich people now. And what I mean by rich people don't have to worry about money inflow. They have properties, they have businesses, they have steady jobs, CEO, something. So if they have, say, per month, very comfortable, they have savings, everything, for them it didn't bother them. They can buy a Louis Vuitton, not blink about it. But guys like me and you, average Joes, yes, I call myself average Joe because I am not the richest guy out there. This is what I do for a living: fragrance game, fragrance work. So that's why I buy many perfumes, and I still have some love for perfumes. But I made a decision yesterday. The decision is, I'm not going to invest in anymore. I'm not going to even check in brand new designer or niche perfumes unless I can get them for a super deal, like 70%, 50%, 40% off. And let's say something like a new Jean Paul Gaultier. I'm not going to pay the retail. I'm not going to do the crazy thing that I did last year. I did buy Paco Rabanne Phantom Parfum with full retail. I did buy La Mole Elixir, Le Beau Le Parfum. And these fragrances costed me well over $100. And those $100 were not well spent. Let me tell you why. Let's say not everybody is doing business or doing a decant page, whatever, but those who do, they actually can see sort of like a trend. Okay, once decant business was very good in Bangladesh. I had a page. I've been running so far good 2017 until now, so it's a lot of years, right? But now the demand is falling because there are a lot of people who are desperate. They'll put up a cheap, ridiculous price. Sometimes people are selling fakes. People don't know they mix water and this and that. But let's say fragrance is worth $70. Sorry, $700. No, $70, right? And decant price, cost price is $7 per 10 ml, right? Imagine someone selling for $3. Okay, like just giving you an idea, like half price, right? So people even still not buying. Why? Because nowadays people are feeling the pinch. Not everybody has the savings, right? So it whole chain effects. So nowadays I'm selling a lot of my fragrances. If from my collection, if I'm not using, they're not selling. I am becoming more say practical. If you have a lot of perfumes, you can afford to let go and you can save because cash helps. You cannot go in time of need or hunger. You cannot go to the shop, say, hey, here's one of my bottles, can you give me like a steak? No. So if you have cash, liquid cash, then you can do. And cash is important nowadays. Our bank, national like reserve funds, everything is just going down. Lot of heat in the market during Ramadan. Prices were crazy high for food. Now it's even higher. Chicken, beef, fish, veggies, nothing is spared. So why I'm going there? Perfume is part of that system, ecosystem. So once the system is disturbed, people are not supporting or buying, other people stop buying, to invest. And other people are having less sales. So they will bring less perfumes, they will bring less expensive stuff. And this is how the system works. So I decided not to buy expensive stuff because when I put, let's say, an example, I could buy an amouage back in the days. I still bought recent times. That these are examples that made me realize love versus survival. I bought this. I got this for under $200. Now it's well over 250. Okay, even after discount. And this is something that I wanted so bad. These and the Royal Tobacco. I want to buy Royal Tobacco, but I would not spend the money right now. Maybe when I have extra spare cash. But if I buy them now, if I put a decant price, for example, and nobody buys it, my investment would be stuck. Yeah, in a way, it is investment, right? I'm doing business. If you're not doing business, different story. But I see if I can get like if I manage to get 20 expensive fragrances which are nearby $200, what will happen is big amount of money is stuck. It's not moving anywhere, and I will be seeing less sunny days. And these fragrances, another sad thing about them. Many of you say like, get this fragrance, get that. It's not easy. If I review a brand new fragrance or designer niche, hardly any people watch it. Individual review, nobody wants to watch it. This is reality. And I will earn much less. So investing more, I'm earning less from both my sectors, right? It's a breakdown, decant business and view, both wise, I am down. Funny thing is, if I buy a fragrance like this one that I did just last night, Detour Noir line, okay, this is exclusive. This is similar to something like latent exclusive, right? That is going to cost me 20 something dollars. For the price of one niche, I could buy 10 odd fragrances, and this 10 perfumes will bring me so much more views, generate more income, and I can have better days. I can earn more. So the thing is, these are not like to say that cheap perfumes are my love. My love is definitely higher quality fragrances which are more natural. Quality wise, there's no compromise. You cannot compare the Middle Eastern perfumes with the quality of designer niche because their quality ingredients are higher. But here is also an issue. How much is the value that you're getting? Value wise, there's nothing that can beat Middle Eastern perfume right now. You guys know it. Many of you are buying this, and I'm telling you, that's why I'm falling in love with a lot of perfumes. I'm like, I'm gonna switch. I don't need to wear Elysium. I love Elysium, but I want to buy a bottle, but that's gonna cost me $200. This thing, Zeleny, as good, almost as good. These are so beautifully, like the smell was so beautiful, soothing, and they last long time. Great for summer wear, and they cost me around 20 something bucks. So you understand that the whole when you need to make a decision, if you're not ridiculously rich and you need to make some decision, it's pretty simple. Okay, so now Middle Eastern perfumes are ruling, and I'm not saying you have to buy them as well. No, quality wise, definitely, and Amouage is going to be much better than Middle Eastern fragrances. But if you bought 5 Amouage and you have less income than before, or still the same income, but the price have gone high, at least like by $50 or so, you are spending so much more and you're getting so much less value. Some of you will not agree. Some of you say, hey, Amouage is worth it. What is worth? Worth is a relevant term. If you feel a fragrance which cost you $1,000 and you feel it's a good value because you can afford, you can drive a Ferrari and everything. It's it's value. But people who will spend like Frederick Mall, like Dawn, or some other perfumes like the Moon, you spend $1,000. Would you actually be able to say I justify the pricing, even though my salary is like $2,000 per month? No, you can. So right now, there are some houses still. I'll tell you, like houses like Davidoff, they are within okay budget. But I also noticed Burberry. There's a fragrance called Burberry's Hero. Okay, I saw that bottle, Burberry's Hero, right? Yeah, and then the Hero, the new ones. They were asking me $110 for Burberry fragrance. I'm not used to paying $110 for Burberry's, or even Dunhills. Maybe they are worth it sometimes, but Burberry, seriously, I have Burberry's London, Burberry's Breed, Burberry's so many Touch, Weekend, the Beat. Those fragrances were $35. So when I have that memory, stored here, I am never gonna pay that $110 for the Burberry. So these are the prices, making me think, very strict. You have to be in a strict sort of discipline, otherwise your life will fall apart, which did happen to me. Like for last 3 4 months, my sales went so bad because my money was stuck. So now I decided strong discipline. Unless I really love something and I think it's a absolute gem of a fragrance, 100% designer new release, I want it so bad. Let's say the Eros new one came out, but I would not pay more than $80 for it. Then I'll wait for the tester to arrive. I'll wait a little bit. I'm not gonna go get it like before, crazy, drive up and get the first bottle at 12 a.m. No, those days are gone, right? So I'm telling you, as an influencer or reviewer, whatever, many companies hate particular type of reviewers who are honest, and there are very few of them out there. And I'm telling you, I'm not talking about me. There are few reviewers out there who are brutally honest, and companies hate them. Sebastian Zara, he got bashed by a company, and his channel was taken down. A lot of bad things happened to him because he talked about fragrance he did not like. And there are many companies like that who are aggressive. They are full of ego and pride because they are big companies, right? So if you, let's say, got a fragrance for free, or even if you bought it and you criticize, I didn't like it, some of the companies will put pressure on you. Like, how could you say about our fragrances like that, right? So this is what's wrong. And if you don't have independence to say good, bad, whatever, let's say you give positive, but it has to come from your own self, not by pressure or payment or sponsorship, right? So nowadays I'm thinking, yeah, brand new releases, I'm not going to get so excited about them, and most of the time they will be disappointing in terms of performance, in terms of most important uniqueness. Any Jean Paul Gaultier I'm smelling right now nowadays, or nowadays I'm losing a little bit interest because everything smells same. Everything smells either like blue or like a tonka beans, or something like the same stronger with you DNA, something like Aventus. So there was a time, every single fragrance had their own identity. And when I talk about identity, I knew every single fragrance. I forget a lot of these new perfume names nowadays. But imagine back in the days, Dreamer, this had its own identity. People know, like, oh, there's this fragrance called powdery, kind of unique. It's not for me. But that fragrance existed. People know their name. People know how unique they smell. Another example, Givenchy Spy. Some people don't like it. I like it. Burnt sugar, boozy, vanilla. So these were the time of perfumes. They had character. Fahrenheit, Dior Intense. Nowadays, you look at a fragrance, they don't have a soul. And what do I mean by they don't have a soul? I love this fragrance, but sometimes I feel these fragrances do not really have that factor that people will remember or rave about them 15 years from now. Agarawan Phantom, okay? It smells just like many other sweet fragrances out there, okay? So my whole point is the excitement of something new, unique. Nobody's making anything bold. Like, let's say, Moschino Toy Boy, great fragrance. They tried with H24. Some fragrances they did try, they were unique enough, and they were not for everybody. I like that, okay? I like that a lot. But when I look at the new collection nowadays, most fragrances are more or less of the same. So paying extra for something that is already in your arsenal for many years, similar DNA, just in different bottles, I don't feel they're worth it anymore for that price point. If you get it for, agreeable discount price, wear it, no problem. I also will buy some. But end of the day, my decision is what I really feel. Either you have to take a break from buying so many fragrances, buy just the one or two that you really love and enjoy the game. Hermes or your favorite house, Chanel, Dior, they're not producing anything new. But some quality houses, when they produce, buy one and enjoy. Let's say you bought Louis Vuitton Imagination. Enjoy that fragrance. One fragrance, you don't need more than that for a month. Okay. But at the same time, you also understand, like, I'm not saying just go and buy any Middle Eastern perfume of 10, 20 because you need to spend the same money. No, But it will make so much more sense rather than buying one $200 fragrance, buy 10. You can get 10 different choices, okay? And you can get sometimes a little bit more expensive. This one's a Shagav Oud Azrak. This is more expensive, under $55, $60 for say 75 mil. It is a little bit more expensive, but at this price point, still better value than any niche perfume. See my point? This perfume literally performs like beast, and you expect that from something like Mansera Red Tobacco. There was a time Manseras could be had for ridiculously affordable prices, $55, $58 for a tester. Now nothing below $110, $120. New, anything new Mansera, it will cost you over $120. So you cannot say Mansera is my most favorite affordable niche house no more. It hurts me, literally hurts me, because I have been collector. I've been collecting so many Manseras, reviewing so many, and nowadays I don't buy Manseras no more. If you're partial, yes. Good value, yes. So for you, a tip: try to get official samples. Really do your testing a little bit. Be not as lazy. Try a decant from any shop wherever you find a good deal, or go to the pages where they have legit sellers who are letting go of their own collection. They are original, and you buy, like, instead of spending $200, you buy like a 30 ml split or a partial. That way you spend so much less. Yeah, you spend a little bit more in terms of ratio, but you got the fragrance for much less price. So you experienced it. Same, instead of 100 mil, you're having 30 mil, which is good enough, right? So last point is Middle Eastern fragrances. Their pros and cons. Okay, pros for Middle Eastern: affordable. Most part, many times they are very close to the original. Sometimes the performance is very, very good. They are compliment garners. Some of the niche indie fragrances, dark ones, animalic ones, that you feel like, I'm gonna wear civet and people are gonna say I smell like a god. People hate you, okay? And that point, you feel bad, right? So in that way, Middle Eastern fragrances are really, really nice. I like them, but not same story for each fragrance. They have some good, some bad ones. But instead of buying overpriced brand new designer niche perfumes and you go to retail shops, even if the discount prices are higher than their old retail prices, this is what happens every time. Every 2 months they increase their price. So you think about it, what you're gonna do. If you're gonna play the game, perhaps you put priority somewhere, buying food, grocery shopping, paying bills, and then take the game easy. Enjoy whatever you have in your collection. I'm pretty sure you have some fragrances, those you didn't reach for before. Wear them now, use them up. That would be a good way. So a little bit more awareness, okay? And even if we do review a lot of fragrances, these are for your pleasuring, viewing pleasures, or learning about new perfume. Not necessarily you have to go run and buy them. You can absolutely take a break, enjoy whatever you have, and then wait for the maybe someday price will be easier. So that's the whole topic today. Do your research, and do write pros and cons of perfumes. Follow a good process system. You'll feel like, even if you buy a niche and you bought the fragrance that you really wanted, you really enjoy it. Let's say for me right now, an amouage fragrance that Royal Tobacco I was talking about, I want to buy that. I really want to buy it, but at this moment I'm thinking, no, maybe it's not a good decision, because I need to save up and see the situation where it goes. So watch your economy, watch your situation. Do not go bankrupt. And if you need urgent cash or something, sell off fragrances that you don't reach for. Okay, thanks for watching. Love you all. Sorry for a long video, but it's a very important topic. Do let me know what you think about this, and what are you doing about this. Okay, have a nice day. See you soon. Take care.